This year we thought it right to tell you a little bit about the man in whose name and memory this award is given. Was a shy, sensitive young man who in a few short years left an indelible mark on the history of Hollywood. Irving Thalberg. Born in Brooklyn, he was a bright but sickly child with a serious heart defect. The fear of an early death would haunt his days. Often bedridden, he devoured the classics and learned the power of great storytelling. When the family moved westward, the teenager landed a secretarial job with Carl Laemmle, president of then-troubled Universal Pictures. Impressed with Thalberg's grasp of movie-making, Laemmle made him head of the studio at the age of 20. Starting with The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Thalberg turned the company's fortunes around with a combination of classics and quality. He had the courage when it was necessary to fire director Erich von Stroheim, who later complained, "Since when does a child supervise a genius?" "Nothing's too good for the audience" became his motto. He was called the Boy Wonder. Ambitious and looking for greater challenge, at 24, he took over MGM and guided Ben-Hur, another classic, from pending disaster to thundering success. He followed up with The Big Parade and a succession of great silent films. He never put his name on the screen. Credit you give yourself, he would say, is not worth having. Thalberg was one of those responsible for the studio system, but what separated him from the others was his particular quest for quality. He gathered around him at MGM an extraordinary group of writers, directors, and stars. By the late 20s, the silent era was drawing to a close. Doubtful at first about sound, Thalberg quickly mastered the new medium, and the MGM lion found its voice. Less than 10 years, and despite 2 heart attacks, he guided over 300 pictures onto the screen and won countless awards.
It's a pleasure to present this award to you for producing the best picture of 1935, Mutiny on the Bounty.
He was at the height of his creative powers, living life to the full with his wife Norma Shearer and the family they had begun, when Irving Thalberg died at the age of 37. In his life and career, he had set standards for excellence that have rarely been surpassed. Perhaps it can be said that the young Irving Thalberg was the main architect of Hollywood's golden age. Whatever color the movies are now is due in great part to the prodigious talents and the enormous